Hello all and welcome to a video response video, and this is a video response to Generation Pixel, and he asked an absolutely cracking question, so I had to get involved. And the question was to basically pick a golden year, and that golden year must consist of one video game, one music album and one movie, obviously all from the same year. Now my year isn't necessarily my golden year, but is a golden year, and that year is the year 2000, and let me just explain why. So why the year 2000? That was because when I took on this question I was trying to find one for each and have all three sort of marry up, but it was proving quite difficult because I'd find a game, I'd find a music album, but then I wouldn't find a film, and eventually I come across the year 2000 and I found something for each three that I loved. So we will start with a music album, and an absolutely sublime album. Honestly, it's in my top five. I have a top five, but I don't sort of put them in order, so it could quite easily be number one. It's that damn good. And the album in question is Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory. Now, not many albums can I listen to from the very first second to the very last second without sort of skipping an album filler track, as I call it. But with the Hybrid Theory, I do that. I listen to it from the first second to the last. It's an absolutely amazing, incredible album. I mean, every song is great on it. You've got Crawling, you've got One Step Closer, and of course you've got In the End, which probably a lot of people bought the album for alone, to be honest with you, on the strength of that, and then boy were they given an absolute treat. So yeah, Linkin Park Hybrid Theory is my music album from my golden year, the year 2000. So next up I'm going to pick my video game. And my video game is going to be a wrestling game because I'm a massive wrestling fan. And to be honest with you, 2000 was a little bit of a mini golden year for wrestling games because you had come out for the N64, one of the most widely regarded best wrestling games ever, come out for that, No Mercy. Now, I could pick No Mercy, but I didn't have an N64. Yes, a mate of mine had an N64, and I used to go around there a lot and play it, and I was dead jealous of it, but I never had it. So I'm going to pick one that's more personal to me. And the wrestling game I'm going to go for is SmackDown 2 Know Your Role on the PlayStation 1. Now, I had the first SmackDown game on the PlayStation 1 and I absolutely loved it. And to be honest with you, they didn't need to change anything about the gameplay to that. And they didn't really do that, which was brilliant. But they added more wrestlers to it and more match modes to it. And they just basically perfected it. And it was an absolutely amazing game. And I loved it. And I still play it to this day every now and again. Because it was more arcadey. And to me, that's how wrestling games should be. And I've kind of gone off wrestling games because they've kind of gone away from that. But yeah, SmackDown 2 Know Your Role is going to be my video game for the year 2000. And finally, for the year 2000, my movie. And my movie is an absolute belter. Again, one of my favourite movies of all time. Again, in a top five that's in no particular order, but could easily be number one. And the movie you released before it is an absolute belter as well, and it's just as funny. And the movie I'm talking about is Snatch. Obviously before that it was Lock, Stock, a couple of years before, but Snatch, year 2000 movie, oh my god, I could watch this movie over and over again still, and I do watch this movie over and over again still. It's just funny every time. So many quotable lines in it to this day that I still use. It's ironic that I'm finishing this video as I'm arriving at work, because when we're waiting at our clocking out machine to clock out and there's 2 minutes to go, somebody says 2 minutes Turkish, the line he's saying while he's waiting for his sausage to be done on the barbecue, and he says, "Oh, 2 minutes Turkish." And he goes, "What? It was 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago." Absolutely loved that film to bits, and to me, it's timeless. It still doesn't look where are we now? 2021 doesn't look like a 21-year-old film, and that scares me a little bit. As to how old I've got, because I was 18 in 2000. I remember going to the cinema to seeing it. And as soon as I walked out of that cinema, I was like, wow, when this comes out on video, I'm buying it straight away. And I think I did. I don't still have that VHS, but obviously I've got it on DVD or Blu-ray somewhere. And again, it's one of those, you flick through, you see it on TV, and you can't help but sit down and want to watch it. So yes, like I said, I was 18 in the year 2000. So give me listening to Linkin Park Hybrid Theory while playing SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. And then when I finish playing that, I'll grab a pizza and watch Snatch. What an amazing time to be 18 that was, with all three of those things available to me to entertain me. So that is my golden year. It's an absolutely amazing question. I will put a link to Generation Pixel's original video in the description, so please do check that out. But yeah, amazing question. Just want to say thank you everybody to watching as always. So that just leaves me to say finally, as always, please do take care.